Hey y'all, happy Sunday. Cheers.
Oh, you got nothing to cheer with.
I know, and this meal's gonna piss you off. Why? There's no onions in this meal. Keith's not using an onion. So Terry's gonna be grumpy through the whole thing. She won't have nothing to snack on. I was gonna do an Alfredo and I changed my mind. So I'm gonna do a Brandy cream sauce. And I'm gonna use chicken. So that's what we're gonna need. We're gonna need some pasta, any kind of pasta. Today I'm gonna use linguine. I got a boneless, skinless chicken breast here, about 1.1 pounds. We got some pancetta, some fresh rosemary I picked off my plant, some garlic, butter, heavy cream, olive oil, chicken stock, some Cajun seasoning. Use whatever kind you like. I like Bizel's. We're going to need some salt and pepper and some brandy. So let me get this stuff prepped up the way I want it and cut up, and then we'll be back and I'll show you how I put this together. It's going to be tasty. Okay, I got my stuff prepped up here. I got my chicken breast cut in bite-sized pieces. I got my little rosemary.
Whose bite-sized pieces?
Well, I got 3 cloves of garlic just roughly chopped. There's 4 slices of pancetta. And I'm going to put this in a cold skillet and put it over the flame. Got a low heat on it. I want to render down this fat, and I don't want this getting crispy on me, so I got a low flame. And we'll stir it around every so often, and we'll be back in a few.
Okay.
Okay, so I got my pancetta about where I want it. It's not fully cooked yet. It's about 2/3. But notice all the brown stuff in the bottom of the pan. That's what I want. That's going to add flavor for the other stuff I'm going to do. So I'm going to take the pancetta out. We're going to reserve that till later. And, could have used a different utensil, I guess, than this. But this will work.
That pan's hot. Why are you sticking your finger on it?
It don't hurt me. Okay, now we're going to put a little oil in there. A little olive oil. And a little bit of butter.
Why do you put both in?
Fat is good. Fat equals flavor.
Fat's not good for you, though.
Bullshit. Put some butter in there. So we'll let that oil heat up. Let that butter melt down. And we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I've got my chicken here. And I'm just going to use my Bizel's Cajun seasoning. And use your favorite Cajun seasoning. I don't care. I like Bizel's, so that's what I use. And we're just going to cover the one side. That's it. It's lightly coated. Lightly coated. I don't need a lot of heat in this dish, but I like the flavor in the Bizel's. And so what pieces didn't get covered, they'll all pick up flavor when they go in the pot, which we're fixing to do.
You putting that in now?
Yep.
Okay.
Butter's just about melted.
Okay. What about the garlic in that?
That comes later.
Oh.
You'll see. Bear with me. Put the chicken in there. Got a good mix. And we're going to saute this chicken in this oil and butter. And you see the brown stuff's already coming up, which is what you want. It's just another layer of flavor. That's what we're doing here, building layers of flavor. So we're going to saute this for a couple of minutes, and then we'll come back and show you what we do next. Be back in a few. Okay, so I got this probably halfway cooked. I've been cooking it on a low fire. You see the juices that's been released. All the stuff come up off the bottom of the pan. And now I'm going to increase my heat. I'm going to come in with my garlic and my rosemary. We'll let that go for a while. Try to get some of them juices evaporated, and then we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so you can see the liquid's reduced about halfway in here, so we're getting there. Now we're going to come back, put the pancetta back in here. We're gonna finish cooking that pancetta. Chicken's still about, it's probably 3/4 of the way done, but it's gonna be done when we're finished. You'll see, trust me. And I got a pot of boiled salted water here. Got my pasta in there, and we'll be eating here for long. So let me get to this pancetta cooked up the rest of the way, and then we'll be back. Okay, you see most of the liquid's gone. Pretty much what's left in here is oil and butter and stuff.
I know, but that smells good.
Well, yeah, it smells good. Keep making it.
Oh, shut up.
Now what we're going to do, I got my heat on a moderately high heat here now too. We're going to come in with some chicken stock.
How much?
I don't know, I'm going to say that much. 30, I don't know. Half a cup maybe. Cup. That's about a half a cup. Maybe a cup. That ain't a cup. It's probably a half a cup.
3/4 of that.
Something. Just pour some chicken stock in there. It don't matter. The heat's still high.
The more you put in, you just got to reduce it longer.
Yeah. I want to reduce this here stock by half. And then we'll come back with the next step. So, you see how much stock in there? When it's halfway gone, we'll come back. Okay. So, you can see I've got it reduced down halfway. I need a condom for my skillet.
No, over there in that drawer on the right hand corner in front.
I need a condom for my skillet. On safety matters here, we're going to add the brandy. We're going to remove it from the flame though. We don't want to burn the house down. I'm a professional, I can do this. Y'all can't. This little flame maybe. There we go. Cook that alcohol off.
Zachary was doing that when he was 10 years old.
Yeah. If you got a smaller sided skillet, it works better. But that's about a third of the bottle of brandy.
Woo!
And we're just going to cook this until the alcohol burns off.
Or the house catches on
That
fire.
house ain't gonna catch on fire. I'm a professional. Once the flames are gone, then the alcohol is cooked out of the brandy. And you're good to go then, for all you non-alcoholic people.
Dang!
And it is a good thing to do is to have a skillet, have a lid for your thing in case your flames get too high or something. You can douse it with a lid. For being the professional that I am, I don't give a fuck and I don't care.
You burn Karen's house down, she might care.
Anyways, we're gonna let that alcohol cook out of there. Flames are gone, alcohol's gone. Now, we're just gonna let this go and let this reduce to a half. To half. For a half.
Reduce half.
Reduce it halfway, yeah. We're still on a high heat. And then we're going to do that, and then we'll be back and show you the next step. The pretty flames are gone now, people. Okay, we'll reduce down, and then we're going to add our cream. This is what, 8 ounces of cream, 8 ounces of heavy cream. Give this a good mix. I got my cream in. Now it's time for a little fresh cracked jack. And you don't need a lot. That'd be enough. This cream's going to come to a boil. It's going to thicken up. It's going to reduce a little bit. And then we're real close to eating. So I'm still at a moderately high heat. If it gets too carried away on me, I will turn it down, but I think about the time that I need it to be ready to turn it off anyway. So we'll let this go for a minute and we'll be back. Alright, I got this down. It's reducing down quite nicely. I haven't touched my flame yet. It's still high. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of butter in here. That's going to enrich that sauce a bit. It's going to tighten it up just a little bit. And then it's going to cook for another minute or two, and then we'll come back and I'll show you a finished plate. See what we got. Be back in a minute. Okay, so that's what I ended up with. And before I taste this, I want to give you a quick little story about this dish. My boy was probably 10. That's been what, 17 years ago, Terry?
Yeah.
I came up with this, a version of this. At that time, I called it Cajun Chicken Alfredo. And I did some things different than I did in this video. But Zachary really liked this dish. And I'm working in a restaurant one night, and I got a phone call. And the boss comes in and says, your son's on the phone. And I'm like, Terry and Zachary, no, don't call me at work. So I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So I go take the phone call, and Zachary was maybe 10. He says, hey, I'm doing your chicken dish tonight. You know, the one with the brandy? How much do I use? I'm like, what? I'm like, well, you use enough. He said, well, how much? I'm like, I don't know. He said, a quarter cup? I said, yeah, a quarter cup, third of a cup, whatever. Okay, I'm doing that tonight, and I'm going to go in there and put my brandy in there. I said, well, just don't burn the fucking house down. And I'm like, what the hell? And I come home, and there was leftovers, and I ate, and it was cool. And I know at work that night, I was thinking the whole time, the fuck, he's 10 years old, in the house by himself, and he's Flambéing fucking shit.
He wasn't by himself.
I didn't know that, damn it.
Oh.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh.
This is my story. So, my whole life, you know, I was always proud that I taught my fucking 10-year-old how to flambé shit by himself, you know?
Well, he was doing it.
And it was about, I don't know, 6, 8 months ago, me and Terry was talking about this. And Terry's like, he wasn't by himself, I was with him that night. I'm like, no shit. Yeah. I said, I did not know that. I thought he was by himself. And the whole time I was working that night, I was thinking, well, am I going to get another phone call from the fire trucks? You know, I never got that phone call. So maybe that's why, because Terry was there. But Zachary did it. I mean, a 10-year-old can do it. You know, you can do it. So that's the end of my story. And we're going to give this a shot, see what we got here. Let me taste this chicken first. Tons of flavor in that chicken. Tons of flavor. You can taste that pancetta. That works. Give it a bite, Terry, and tell everybody what you think.
I know it's yummy.
You can really taste that pancetta. If you don't have pancetta, you can use bacon. I think pancetta works a lot better because you get a little hint of nutmeg in there.
It's good.
And,
God, we haven't had this forever.
Been a while.
Yeah, it has.
It's a nice little dish though. Y'all make you some. You know how now, I just showed you. But the pancetta really works in here though, man. It's there's something about pancetta that rocks the cream sauce. So I'm gonna go eat. And y'all have a good one. And oh yeah, I am over 3,000 subs now. I appreciate that. Thanks all of you for watching, commenting, liking, sharing, and even to the haters, thank you. Terry says cheers. If y'all like this shit, give me a like, give me a share. I don't care, because I ain't gonna quit. I'm gonna keep doing this stuff.
And we're gonna go eat.
Y'all having a good day? I'm happy next week. I'm gonna go eat now. I'm yummy. I'm yummy. Yeah, I am. I'm yummy.
You're silly.
It's just good, man. Cheers, y'all. Have a good one.